Number Corner and More with Mrs. Price. Hi there and welcome to another math class. I'd like you to take a moment to get your Number Corner workbook, your number of the day sheet, it's in the plastic cover, a whiteboard or scratch paper, something for you to write on. And don't forget to get a stuffed animal, your pet, someone or something to talk to. I'm going to give you a moment to do that. Please go do that now. Are you back? Oh, good. Today we will recognize, describe, and extend number patterns. We will read numbers to 120. We will add numbers, including adding two-digit numbers. We will understand place value of hundreds, tens, and ones. We will write numbers in the expanded form. And we're going to use coins to represent the amount of days. We will review the value of each coin, and we will review the key words and strategies for addition and subtraction problems. And we're going to solve a story problem using different strategies. Here is this month's Number Corner calendar. Today is Monday, May 18th, 2020. Here is today's Number Corner piece at a closer view. We notice there's the 18th for today's day, May 18th, and then we see Tad, and it shows that he's on number 44. It also shows that he's hopping down 2 hops and then backwards 1 hop. I wonder where he is going to land. Make sure your book is open to page number 63. So looking at the book, I'm going to put a little black square around my 44 so we can see where we're working. We have to count down or jump down 2 tens, which is 20. There's 1 jump, 10, 2 jumps, 20. And then we have to go backwards 1. So we landed on 63. The math problem would be 44 plus 20 minus 1 equals 63. How many of you figured that out? Pat yourself on the back. That was a hard one. Pat yourself with your other hand on your back. Okay, let's move on. Okay, it's time for your number of the day sheet. It's in a plastic cover so you can reuse it. Please get it and a washable marker. The first thing we have to do is spell the word. 157 is our word, so we're going to start with 100. 1, 0, O-N-E. 100, H-U-N-D-R-E-D. 50, F-I-F-T-Y. 7, S-E-V-E-N. 157. Number 2, draw it. This is actually 2 through 6. We are going to start with 10 less than 157. What is 10 less than 157? Turn and tell your partner. 10 less than 157 was 147. You just have to take 1 away from the 5 tens in 157 and make it a 4 for 4 tens, making it 147. Now, what's 10 more than 157? Turn and tell your partner. 10 more than 157 is 167. We just made the 5 in 157 a 6 for 167. We added 10. Now we're going to do 1 less than 157. 1 less than 157 is 156. Turn and tell your partner what 1 more than 157 is. Did you say 158? Well, we have completed all of those. If you got them all right, pat yourself on the back. Now we're looking for a number 157 is greater than. It could be any number less than 156. Any number smaller than 156, because 157 is greater than any number 156 and less. Less than. So 157 is less than what number? Turn and tell your partner. $158. You could have said 1,058. You could have said 1,000,000, because those numbers are all bigger than 157. Odd or even? We learned about odd or even in the beginning of the school year. I went ahead and wrote the even numbers and the odd numbers on the bottom of this page to help you out though. Even numbers are 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. Odd numbers are 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, and 11. All you have to do is look at the ones column when you're looking for odd or even. The last number in a number is what you look at to determine if it's odd or even. Our number is 157, so we're going to look at the 7 and determine if 157 is odd or even. Well, if we look at our odd numbers at the bottom, we find the 7. So 157 is odd. Back to the top of your paper, we need to write the expanded form of 157. The expanded form of 157 is 100 plus 50 plus 7. So 100 plus 50, which is 5 tens, and 7 ones. Okay, moving right along. What time is it? Turn and tell your partner what time the clock shows. Remember, the short hand tells the hour and the long hand tells the minute. It is 12:15. Did you get it right? Lift both of your hands up in the air and shake them if you got it right. Okay, now we have to make 157 using coins. I have 25, 50, 75, $1. So far, 4 quarters equals $1. And I added one more quarter. What will that equal? One more quarter. So $1 plus 25 equals, turn and tell your partner, $1.25. We need to keep going with our quarters. $1.20, $1.50. And we're not going to use quarters anymore. We're going to use a nickel. So now we have $1.55, $1.56, $1.57. We use 6 quarters, 1 nickel, and 2 pennies to make $1.57. And we're down to our last part of this, and we have to rename the number. We have 7 ones, 100, and 5 tens. I'm going to reread that. We have 100, 5 tens, and 7 ones. That was lots of fun. Flip your paper over now, and we're going to do a story problem. Before we get started with our problems, let's go over the addition and subtraction keywords and strategies. Keywords for addition are more, in all, joined, altogether, both, plus, add, combined. Strategies to use are counting on. Hold the bigger number in your head. If the equation is 4 plus 5, put the 5 in your head and count on 4 until you get to 9. Counting forward on a number line. Start at 5 and count on 4, which equals 9. You could draw a picture. When you're doing math, you don't have to draw the exact picture. If my problem was 5 frogs were sitting on a log and 4 joined them, I could just draw circles and count them up. Finally, you could use the number bond. Part, and total. Always think of friendly numbers and your double facts. Subtraction keywords are less, fewer, take away, minus. Strategies are counting back, hold the bigger number in your head, and count back. So you would start at 10 and count back 6, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Counting backwards on the number line, you'd start on the 10 and count back 6 the same way, except where you could hop on the number line. Drawing a picture is the same rule as addition, except you're going to cross off the numbers in the subtraction problem. If it is 10 minus 4, you would cross off 4 of the numbers, or 4 of the circles in this case. And use a number bond. Number bonds help part, whole. They're part of a number family. Think of friends of 10 and use double facts. Make sure you flip your paper over because we are going to play Foursquare and do the UPS check. This is a strategy we use to do story problems. Are you ready? Let's read this together. Joey was watching the sunset. He spotted 12 bushes in the distance. Joey began jumping across the grasslands to get to the bushes. When he got to the bushes, there were 3 less. How many bushes did Joey find? Well, to understand the problem, it's a good idea to read the problem twice. Let's do that. We'll read it one more time. Joey was watching the sunset. He spotted 12 bushes in the distance. Joey began jumping across the grasslands to get to the bushes. When he got to the bushes, there were 3 less bushes. How many bushes did Joey find? Could you visualize seeing what you thought was 12 bushes in the distance? And then getting closer to them and discovering there were less? Well, I wonder what kind of problem this is. To figure it out, always circle the numbers and what you're going to be adding or subtracting. The next strategy you'll do is box the key words. We had the word less written under subtraction, and so we are boxing that word to help us know that we'll probably be subtracting to figure this out. And the final strategy is underline the question, how many bushes did Joey find? Okay, now we're going to plan. We're going to draw a picture or a diagram. Let's start with drawing a picture. I drew 12 bushes. Well, they're 12 circles. They represent the 12 bushes that Joey saw. Then, when he got there, there were 3 less. So I crossed out 3 of my bushes or circles, and then I count how many I have left, and that's my answer. Do you know the answer? Let's do it on our number bond. We started off with 12. We took away 3. 12 minus 3. What does 12 minus 3 equal? Turn and tell your partner. 9. Good job. If you got that right, I want you to wiggle your feet. Solve. Write an equation, show all your work, circle your answer. I would like you to write an equation that matches the story problem. I will read the story problem one more time while you're writing the equation on your whiteboard or in your notebook. Joey was watching the sunset. He spotted 12 bushes in the distance. Joey began jumping across the grasslands to the bushes. When he got to the bushes, there were 3 less. How many bushes did Joey find? Did you get a chance to write an equation? What's the first number in the equation? 12. Are we going to add or subtract? Subtract. We know because we have the word less. So 12 minus, what are we going to minus? 3 equals 9. Circle our problem. Explain and justify your thinking. Is your answer reasonable? Write it in a complete sentence. A good way to start your sentence off could be, my answer is reasonable because. I would like you to turn and tell your partner why our answer is reasonable. Why you think the answer we got for our story problem, 12 minus 3, is reasonable. Yes, Jonathan, go ahead and tell me what your answer is. Why is your answer reasonable? I knew because I put 12 in my head and I counted back 3 to get to 9. Good strategy, Jonathan. Thank you for explaining that so clearly. And Elena said, I knew because I drew 12 circles and crossed out 3. Both of those are awesome answers. I hope you came up with an awesome answer too. Today we recognized, described, and extended number patterns. We read numbers to 120. We added numbers, including adding 2-digit numbers. We worked with place value of hundreds, tens, and ones. We wrote numbers in the expanded form. We used coins to represent the amount of days. We worked with and understood the value of coins. We reviewed keywords and strategies for addition and subtraction story problems. We solved story problems using variety of strategies. Hey guys, our lesson is coming to an end, and our homework for today is Bridget's Number Corner book, pages 64 and 65. Page 64 is number puzzles to 120. I think you're going to like that. And then on page 65 we have a picture grid that you'll get to color. So that sounds like a lot of fun. Don't forget to watch reading lessons with Mrs. Estevez and writing with Mrs. Tapia. This is Mrs. Price signing out, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.